Hey guys, it's Greg, and today I wanted to talk about a question that I get quite a bit, and I think it's only going to increase as we move towards a more mobile society, and that is, why build a PC? With all the iPhones, tablets, laptops, and the plethora of pre-built systems on the market, why spend all the time researching, building a computer when it's so easy to get something else? So in response, I prepared several reasons why a person should build a computer, as well as several reasons why a person should not build a computer. So as far as reasons why a person should or could build a PC, I think probably the one that might be surprising to people is that it's actually easier than it looks. I know it may seem super technical sounding, building a PC, but it really isn't. In fact, the term adult Legos is thrown a lot when describing how to put PC components together. Over the last probably 15 years or so, hardware has been streamlined a lot. There's a lot more resources available, like YouTube videos, how-to guides, other tech websites that show you how to research hardware and then put the hardware together. The second reason, which is probably the most important reason for me and for anyone who's a true enthusiast in the PC space, is when you build a computer, is the ability to choose your own components and choose the quality of those components. So what does that mean? So when you buy a pre-built system, you typically have no say in the quality of components that they use. Many pre-built systems ship with the lowest quality of components possible so that these companies can save money. For example, a power supply. You may know the watt that you're getting when you buy it. So for example, maybe a 500 watt power supply, but you're probably not going to know the brand of that power supply in the PC that you're buying from a pre-built manufacturer. Power supplies can range significantly in price and quality. They can be as low as $30 to $50 or as high as several $100s. And when you buy that pre-built system, you don't know what you're getting, and having a low quality power supply is one of the biggest mistakes when purchasing or building a computer. So another reason why you may want to consider building a computer is for the learning experience. And that is something that is pretty obvious, because when you build your computer, you're going to know it better than if you just purchased it off the shelf. So that means if something goes wrong, you have a little bit more knowledge to troubleshoot and potentially fix that problem. And I think for me, when I built my first computer, it gave me the confidence to research other forms of technology, as well as being confident in purchasing other tech items such as TVs, phones, routers. Searching them and putting them together really opened up my understanding to how things work, how computers work. So the final reason, and probably my favorite reason why a person will build a computer, is that it is really, really fun. In fact, for me, I actually find more fun in the build and research part of the process than actually, gaming on it or using it. I just really like it, and a lot of other people, a lot of other PC builders feel the same way. They like, being able to, the process of researching, designing how it's going to look, how the airflow is going to work, what type of hardware, the type of case. There's just so many components that make this a very, very fun hobby. Almost like, car restoration or collecting cars. It's can be expensive, but it's also really fun, and you can learn a lot. So now that I've discussed reasons for building a PC, I now want to review a few reasons why a person may not want to build a PC. And I think probably the most obvious one is when you build a computer, you don't have that tech support that comes with buying a pre-built system. You don't have the ability to, purchase that, complete care, that protects against all the components, against water spills and all that kind of stuff that you typically see when you buy a computer from a large manufacturer. Now, I think it's debatable on the customer service that you may get when using that tech support, but the peace of mind is worth it for a lot of people. And so I completely understand why someone who's maybe not familiar with PCs or not comfortable and wants that tech support and that guaranteed warranty for several years, I can see how that would be appealing, and I think it makes a lot of sense. Another reason why a person may not be in the best position to build a PC is just, frankly, the baseline knowledge and skill set required from start to finish. And what I mean by that is you have to have at least some exposure to PCs and PC hardware to get going. Yes, the process has become streamlined over the last several years, but there are so many manufacturers of hardware, so many different options, which is good, which is a good thing and a bad thing. It's a good thing because it makes it, your PC very customizable, and you've got so many options to really make it, your own, really personalize it. But on the flip side, it makes it complex to someone who's not familiar with a lot of the acronyms and the terminology and even the manufacturers of the various hardware. Just making sure that everything is compatible is one of the most important parts when selecting the components for your build. For example, one mistake that a lot of first-time PC builders make is choosing a power supply that's not capable of powering all your components. Or, for example, choosing the right case that will fit your power supply or motherboard or graphics card. So there's so many interdependencies with the different components. So having that baseline knowledge and skill set will go a long way in making the build successful. So to conclude, I just want to go ahead and say that these are my reasons. There are lots of reasons out there as to why or why not you should build a PC. And really what it comes down to, the reasons it's going to come down to, your personal situation and what you like to do. If it's something you're interested in, by all means, go for it. And if you're not, that's all right too. And it's perfectly fine to purchase a pre-built system. So I hope you enjoy this video. I hope if you are considering buying or building a computer, I hope this helped you in your decision. And if you like the content, please press like below, and also please subscribe to the video. And if you have any comments, questions, or other reasons to buy or to build or not build a PC, please put those in the comment section below.